I wanted to share our progress with our 1924 farmhouse renovation that we've been working on. We've removed all of the old HVAC system that was underneath the house and cleaned out a bunch of other stuff that was under there. We had a really bad ice storm last month, so we had to take a break from renovations just to clear a lot of the tree limbs that fell down from that storm. Got Troy and our kind neighbor up on the roof getting it covered. There's a couple leaks in the roof, so they're covering up with the tarp right now. This was when we were removing the HVAC and the insulation from under the house. It was really wet and full of animal feces, so just trying to get that out so it can air out before we replace it. Our neighbor came over with his tractor, digging a hole to move the water pressure tank. Since we're getting rid of that right side of the house over into the other part of the house. We were hitting a lot of huge slabs of quartz along the way, so it's been kind of tough. Yeah.
Look at that detail.
Moving our water line from over that side of the house to this side of the house. It's been quite a challenge with all of the big rocks. So we got lots of neighbors helping today. Uh-oh. This is an addition that was added on to the house. Originally, we were going to remove it and just build a new addition, but we've recently decided to keep the additions and to just repair them as best as we can. The majority of our time has been spent in this area just trying to demo all that we can with the ceilings, the floors. There's a lot of water damage in the ceiling, especially right there. You can see it was just leaking every time it rained. So we really wanted to get that ceiling taken down so it could air out. This is the ceiling after it's been taken out. Surprisingly, the water damage wasn't as bad as what we thought. It was just in a few spots, but there were so many snake skins when we took that insulation out. Every piece of insulation I pulled out, there was like 5 snake skins in each one. So it was good to get that down so we could get, rid of all that. And again, just let it breathe and air out. Now I'm just going to show a few rooms of what they looked like before and after demo. This was the old kitchen, what it looked like before. And this is what it looks like now. We've removed the ceilings, the walls. You can see the old wood from the original house on the left side and the addition on the right side. This is what that front room looked like before demo with that little spiral staircase. And this is what it looks like right now. We removed the staircase, removed the ceilings, and we're currently working on removing the floors, but we hope to use them somewhere else in the house, just not in this space. We took that staircase out because it was really hard to carry things up and down with the way they curved, and we already have a staircase in the original house. This is where we moved our water pressure tank in this closet. It's just temporary, but it's been keeping it warm, and this is where we run our water from inside the house out to our RV, and it hasn't been freezing, so that's good. I try to come in here every day and open up the doors and the windows and just let the house breathe as much as it can, because with all of the water damage that it had, there's definitely some mold in some areas. And until we can get our roof fixed, we're just letting it kind of air out for now. This is entering the original part of the house. We haven't done anything in here, and we don't really plan to, except for paint and cleaning the floors and a few minor things, but all of this is in really good shape, and we're just leaving it as for now. This is the front porch. We did remove all of that, and all of this all has to be replaced because there was nowhere for the water to drain, so all those boards just rotted. And here we just removed the rug. We had some really nice hardwood floors underneath that need to be refinished. There's a broken window on that side. In this room, which also used to be a kitchen, we removed all the wood paneling, the cabinets on top. We did save those. We'll use them for another project. And this is what it looks like now. So we uncovered a lot of lath and plaster behind the walls, which is really beautiful. And there's actually an opening behind this wall that was covered up, and we opened that back up because we want to either make that a bathroom or a laundry room off this room. This was the only bathroom in the house, and the pipes had burst in here, so there's just water everywhere underneath. This is also where the water pressure tank was before we moved it, and this is what it looked like when we gutted it. Just really bad water damage behind all the walls and on the floor, and the floor was sinking, and that's because there was an actual hole in the subfloor. And we still need to remove the tub shower in here. Going to the upstairs now, this room on the right was the worst room up here as far as water damage and mold. The whole ceiling was just wet. This was the room where all of the grocery sacks were stuffed up in there to stop the water from leaking. And there's a lot of mold up in that ceiling, which we're going to get all of that taken off and completely new to get rid of all of that. We're planning on this room to be the upstairs bathroom, but it does need a lot of work, as you can see. This was another room upstairs that we just took all the wood paneling off, all the ceilings off, and we're probably going to make this into another bedroom. But again, the ceiling, all of that has to be taken off and completely replaced. And it was just the roof parts on the additions that were really bad with all the mold. The roof section over the original old house is actually in really good shape. There's no mold or water damage or anything, just the roofs over the additions. I found the original skeleton key that goes to this door, and I got really excited about that because I've only found it recently. When I was cleaning up here, I just closed the door, which I hadn't ever closed this door before, and it was in there, and it worked just for this door though, but that was really exciting to find. All of the original bedrooms up here will mostly be staying the same as well, just some paint and repairing some of the floors, but the most of them are in good shape except for that one. But there are a couple addition rooms on the back side of this house I'll show you in just a minute. So this is kind of what I have in my mind so far. It keeps changing, so we'll see. But right now we have our water pressure tank. We moved it into this side of the house just to keep it from freezing, so the water line wouldn't freeze going to our camper. And then we'll do a water heater beside that. So that's going to be a little closet right there. And then hopefully we'll have like stove, counter here, and then replace the double doors but keep the double door entry because I really like that. And then hopefully have a big sink over on that wall, add some more windows above the sink, and then hopefully this can be like a little breakfast nook in that corner, add some more windows back there, and then eventually hopefully this will be kind of like a pantry space. One reason why I thought this would make such a great kitchen is because the view kind of overlooking the hills is right out this side of the house, and also this ceiling will be able to vault up. Instead of making it flat, we'll be able to vault it up, and I just thought that would make one really big, huge kitchen space. Here's another section I just wanted to show. So this would be off the kitchen. This is the kitchen. This room would be off the kitchen. This is actually where the old kitchen was. So we took all that out, opened that space right there. It was already open, but, and then there's also a back door here. So I was thinking this would make a really good half bath laundry room area because it's right off the kitchen. Our bedroom would be right through that doorway. And so we're hoping to make this a laundry room slash half bath slash mud room entrance area, hopefully entering over here. That's about everything we've gotten done so far. This is a very slow project for us, and we're okay taking our time with it. My husband, he works full-time. We have 4 kids, and so we're really limited on the amount of time that we have to spend in the house. And sometimes when I get stuck, because a lot of times I've been stuck just wondering what can I do, because when there's so much to do, it's really hard to focus on one thing. So one time I just came in here and started pulling up all the staples in the floor from where the carpet was, and it was a little job, but it took a couple of hours. And so I try to do small things like that, and I try to do a lot of cleanup just to feel like I'm making progress somewhere. That kind of helps. But if you have any suggestions for us, feel free to leave them below in the comments, and thank you for watching.